Okay, greetings. We're going to talk about plagiarism a little bit and Turnitin. These different flags mean different things. Blue means no plagiarism. Green means a little bit. Yellow means a substantial amount. And then red means there's a significant amount of plagiarism. So let's look at a green option really quick and what that might mean about the plagiarism that has happened. In this case, you can see two flags. This number one right here, which was a paper submitted by a student previously at BYU Hawaii. So this means the student may have copied it from another student. Another one is directly from a website, this flag number two. Now number one, the student may have copied it from another student or may have copied it directly from the book, and the other student who submitted it previously did the same thing, and so they're both flagged. So if I click on this, this will show me the original paper, and as it turns out, it was the same student. So this means that that student had plagiarized his own paper. Now we're looking at another one. This is an orange option, and this student plagiarized it at a 35% clip. So right here, if I click on the first flag, this again comes from a previous paper which a student submitted. If I download it, I can look at that paper. I already showed you how to do that before, so I'm not going to do it again. We have another one, which means that a student submitted this previously, and then finally a last one. In all cases, in this particular case, it was a Mongolian student who had borrowed it from another Mongolian student, and so there was direct plagiarism because they were sharing. Same thing happened here with the student that plagiarized 92% of this paper. This student, as you can see, basically copied the entire thing with a couple of changes and copied it from another student who is also of the same ethnicity, and so they just shared the paper together. But like I said, sometimes if it's flagged and it says it's already submitted, you have to ask. Plagiarism did happen, but it may not be students sharing with each other. It might be that different students copied the same thing from the textbook, and so if they're copying from one another, but really they're just plagiarizing the textbook. But if there's any flagging that happens at all, it does mean that copying has happened, and you'll want to look and see if there's quotation marks, obviously, and if there are none, then the students did in fact plagiarize, and so it becomes an opportunity to teach about what plagiarizing means and how to overcome that. So that's I made a couple of mistakes where I thought students were copying from one, and they said, I don't even know who that student is you're talking about. So they denied plagiarizing from that student, which was true. What they weren't mentioning is that they had the book, and they may or may not have known that was wrong. When I realized my error, I was able to correct that and help the students. One final thing I'll mention is when you provide feedback, press the same button that will show whether it's orange or red or green or blue. The same button that you push to access the Turnitin interface, that is going to be the same button that you should direct your students to so they can access the feedback that you can turn it in. Okay, thank you.